Hi, I'm Matt Benson, and I'm here to address another common bankruptcy question, which is, who's the trustee and what do they do? First, we're going to talk about who the trustee is. The trustee is an individual who's appointed by the U.S. trustee system, which is a subdivision of the Department of Justice, to administer bankruptcy cases and represent unsecured creditors. When I say administer cases, what I mean is review your schedules and make sure the case moves along forward and make sure your schedules are accurate, and at the same time represent the interests of the unsecured creditors. Make sure you pay as much as you're legally obligated to pay. We're going to talk about the Chapter 7 trustee first, and then we're going to talk about the Chapter 13 trustee. The Chapter 7 trustee's job is basically to look over your schedules, figure out if there's any non-exempt assets, like if there's a car with a non-exempt equity in it, if there's a tax return that's coming in that you ought to have to pay in, if there's an insurance policy laying out there that's not protected by your exemptions. Now, if you're wondering what the exemptions are, check out our exemptions video and I'll explain that. But in Illinois, you've got certain exemptions that protect certain amounts of your property. Those exist in other states too, but I'm going to focus on the Illinois one because that's where most of my clients come from. So in a Chapter 7, the trustee is looking over your assets versus the exemptions you've claimed to see if there's any non-exempt property that they can take and sell for the benefit of your creditors. That's the Chapter 7. Now in a Chapter 13, the trustee's got a different role. In a Chapter 13, as we've discussed in a few other videos, you're making monthly payments in accordance with a Chapter 13 plan. Now, because you're making monthly payments to that trustee, the trustee's distributing the money you've paid to your various creditors. They pay your attorney, they pay your unsecured creditors, sometimes they'll pay your house payment, a lot of times they'll pay your car payment. Everything that it's got listed in the plan, the trustee's taking care of in accordance with what's required in that plan. And the trustee also represents your unsecured creditors here, so if they think you're not paying enough money in the course of the bankruptcy, they'll file objections based on that to where you've got to come up with a plan that they think meets the legal requirements of the best efforts. So in a Chapter 7, all they're doing is reviewing and seeing if there's anything worth taking and selling for the benefit of creditors, whereas in the Chapter 13, they play a much more active role, taking your monthly payments and distributing them to your creditors. They're also the person who's asking you questions during the 341 meeting. It's not a judge that's there, it's the trustee that's there. Sometimes they're a lawyer, but they don't have to be. And anyway, that's the role of the trustee in a Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy. If you've got any other questions, let me know. My name is Matthew Benson. Thanks for watching.